Yesterday was great learning, right? So we have learned many wonderful things like what is conscious mind and what is subconscious mind, and what are the brain waves. And we have learned a couple of methodologies, like how we can put ourselves into that deeper states of trance and all we have learned. And today, I just want to quickly recap that. Just to give you that thing. So we start our day with the beta, right? So beta, alpha, and then theta, and then delta and gamma. So just remember these things. So beta means like you are aware, and there comes that alpha state. You are very peaceful, like when you are drinking tea and when you are listening to the music and whatnot, right? That chill mood is you are in that state. So as you relax yourself more and more and more and more, and we learned yesterday that it is helping us to generate wonderful chemicals within our body, and then um, many things are happening. So like it is producing some sleep hormones, and then young youthful hormones, and also those hormones we are going to learn in the further session. But today I want to share like uh, good practice. Like if you want to progress in meditation, there are few steps we need to understand, my dear friends. So first one is practicing meditation. Practicing meditation is the most important part. So when we practice meditation, what happens is when we are observing our breath, our mind becomes empty. When our mind becomes empty, we are receiving abundance of cosmic energy within our body, and that cosmic energy is doing all its work, right? The other day we remember, like we learned about the types of experiences, right? So we are experiencing the energy. As the energy is flowing, the energy is working by itself. Like if it feels that there is a disease in body, or there is a discomfort in body, whatever it is, right? It is going to heal. Also it is going to heal mental health as well. Some people they think, some people fearful, some people feel anxiety, worry, whatnot, right? It is going to heal those emotions as well. As you are practicing more and more meditation, in 21 days, in 40 days, you will start noticing that you feel lighter. You feel that your attitude towards life has become positive. So those things we do not need to mention. You will know by yourself. So it's very important. So as we are taking energy and we are healing ourselves, okay? So after that, many stages will happen. Like once the energy is full, we activate our third eye. With that, we can see past life, we can see future life, we can have sixth sense, and future events, all those things, intuitions and creative ideas, creative thoughts, everything will happen, okay? So it is all about journey. So but if you want to understand even more knowledge and wisdom on this one, right? So my master said, like when I started meditation, I was very much interested in learning meditation, and who are all practicing this kind of meditation, because I really loved it within 40 days. So then Master Patriji told that if you really want to progress in your meditation journey and you want to stick with it, you have to follow three things. One is meditation, second one is reading books, third one is Sajjana Sangatya. So first one, anyway, we are doing it. Second one, we have to create an habit where we pick up a book and read. So I was not at all a book reader, my dear friends. Like, I did study the books when I was in like school and college, but after that, I never showed any interest reading books. But in order to learn something, right? So, not everything will come into my experience. Of course, for some people, like, they experience many things, but to understand more, like who is practicing, what are the benefits, what is the science behind it, and who like about our body system, what is this energy, what are the chakras, what are the planes, all those things. Like many masters, they have put their life experiences in the book, and then they have given these beautiful books, my dear friends. To be honestly, books are a greatest gift to the humanity from the authors, from their own experiences they are writing. And I'm talking about reading right books, not any books, but reading right spiritual books, which is empowering you, which is inspiring you, which is encouraging you towards life, and which is giving you assurance that Yeah, the life is beautiful, so it's very important, my dear friends. And with meditation anyway, we are building beautiful impeccability in our day-to-day activities, like how to speak, how to think, how to act. We are all learning that. And our we will understand how our thoughts, our words, our deeds are affecting our day-to-day activities and our life and our sleep, everything, right? So when you are practicing meditation, for some people, they sleep so much, like 8 hours, 10 hours, but feel still they will feel lethargic. For them, how the meditation will work is like their sleep will get reduced. Like 8 hours, 10 hours, people are sleeping only 5 hours, 6 hours, and they are feeling super fresh. So that lethargic and the extension of the sleep, the meditation is reducing. Whereas other side of the people, that they are always tossing here and there, not able to sleep, and then thinking so much, for them the meditation is the best medication. It is going to put you in sleep just like that. And when you are practicing more meditation, you will notice you are sleeping like a baby. So that is for sure. So all these wonderful benefits are happening. And where slowly we are getting used to the meditation, we are observing everything and all. And but if you want to even deep dive into the subject, then you must start reading books, my dear friends. So reading books is one of the wonderful activity you can develop that habit. So actually, Patanjali master, we all know who is Patanjali master. So he always says about Swadhyaya. Swadhyaya means self study. So either we can practice meditation and experience that, or we can read from the book and we will learn more about ourselves, right? Like about chakras, about our Manadi Mandala, about our energy patterns, about our hormones, how it is affecting all those things. Swa Adhyaya. So we have to learn about ourselves. So books are the wonderful way to learn. And also he says that tapaha swadhyaya ishvara pranidhanena. That means that tapaha means we are meditating, right? And then swadhyaya, self studying, either having our own experiences, or listening from somebody about the knowledge and wisdom, and hearing their experiences, or reading a book. So very very important, my dear friends. And there are many masters from east and west. They have written n number of books for us to understand the purpose of life and what is this life, and the journey about soul or consciousness, whatever you say, right? And the best way to enhance our wisdom and know ourselves better is to learn from their experiences and through the book. For example, like maybe Chandrika, she was sharing some experience. And then I realized, oh my God, oh, if she can heal that way, then I can also heal myself. See, immediately that knowledge has come to you, and then immediately you started believing in yourself, and you wanted to create that experience for yourself. So that's the reason reading books and listening from every master is very, very important, my dear friends. And uh, like, so many, I mean, I haven't I we think we are so busy, we do not have time to read books, we do not have time to meditate. But just think whom you are giving that reason, my dear friends. Whenever you say, oh, I don't have time, never ever say that, because yad bhavam tad bhavati. And if you can remember your grandmas and your mom, like they used to say, never talk ill about yourself or others in the evening. There are tadastu devatas, they are going to say tadastu. Every time we say, oh, I do not have time to read book, oh, I do not have time to meditate, I do not. So why we are saying do not? Always we have plenty of time, and then only thing is we do not know how to prioritize our things, that's all. So when you, if you can prioritize yourself, and you read book, and then you prioritize your time, you to practice meditation, right? And as you're practicing more and more meditation, reading more and more books, most of the wasteful habits will be removed from your life, my dear friends. And you will find time everywhere. I mean, I always find so much time. Of course, I am a mom, and then I have two children, and then working, and then cooking at home, and then practicing meditation, reading books, taking classes, all those things, right? Communicating with friends, going to the parties. I'm not missing anything, but still I find so much time. If I can find, anybody can find. Forget about me and you, but what about Bill Gates? So every time, in Bill Gates office, one of the person comes with basket full of books, and he keeps in front of his table, and within a month he completes at least 10 books, my dear friends. 10 books he can read. Like, just imagine how busy that Bill Gates is. And if he can read like a minimum 8 to 10 books, 8 to 10 books monthly, then we can easily read. And every CEO, I have listened to many podcasts and many leaders, their first practice is meditation. 15 minutes of meditation in the morning, 15 minutes meditation in the night, and then reading books, no matter what. So no matter what, just a second, my dear friends, let me mute everyone. Okay, so no matter what, they are finding time to read, read, because they know that, sometimes we may not get the idea, sometimes we may not know the things that other person knows, right? So they are opening the books and they are reading it. So it's very, very important, my dear friends. And then I have started my journey with the Krishnananda books. My journey is like, even a reading one page was very difficult for me, but I took it as a challenge, 40 days challenge. And then I decided, okay, anyway, I wanted to learn about this meditation, what it does. It can heal people, it can reverse your aging, it can solve any problem, you can visit any places. So why not to understand this meditation well? So I started reading my books, and then within no time I was able to pick up the reading, like, the I was become a fast reader. So now I love reading books, and I always conduct book clubs. So this year I have decided to read more books, and also I wanted to include my friends and my family to create the habit of reading books, because I got so much benefit out of reading, and I want to give the same. I mean, of course, if they take it or not, that is not my matter. But I want them to read more books, and I created groups, and then we are reading books now. So in January we started Ramta batch 1, and February Ramta batch 2. Almost 50 of my friends, they have read Ramta book, and now we are on the journey to complete Celestine prophecy, and next we are going to pick up one or two beautiful books. So likewise, my goal is to read a book every month. Of course, I read more, but I want to read as a group at least a monthly one book. I decided to do that, so that when we come together to practice meditation as a group, or read books as a group, so we increase our energy so much, my dear friends. We expand our consciousness so much, and lot of wonderful things happen. So many questions gets answered. All the things will happen. You will notice. And some of the books what I can recommend is, if you love science and like, how our body system works and all, You Are the Placebo by Dr. Joe Dispenza is wonderful, wonderful book. And how we can become our own placebo to heal any number of disease, anything in our body, right? So, and also the book speaks about, like, our most of the diseases, 99% diseases are like psychosomatic diseases. Like, when if we can fix our psycho, soma will be fixed. Soma is body. So that's why, so it's important to understand. So if you love, like, the belief pattern, how belief pattern works and what is the biology of that, and there is a beautiful book called The Biology of Belief by Bruce Lipton. He's an amazing author. He has dissected the thoughts and belief systems, and then he showed, like, how we are thinking, why we have to think that way, how we have to reverse our thoughts, and how to place new thoughts to like, nullify, so that we can have our own beautiful experiences going further. He explained so wonderfully, my dear friends. And other book I have read is Jonathan Livingston Seagull by Richard Bach, and also a book called Illusion. Also, it's a very, very beautiful book. And my all-time favorite book is Autobiography of Yogi by Paramahamsa Yogananda. What a wonderful book, my dear friends. And I also read Shriyam books, and his journey, how he journeyed through Himalayas, and then how he carried away the past spiritual experiences or sadhana to this lifetime. It is beautiful, beautiful experience. And in Paramahamsa Yogananda, he meets many masters, and finally he becomes the most popular guru of the world. And now everyone is cherishing his teachings, right? So I hear many people says that like you if you practice meditation, every information is there, you do not need to read books or anything. But I say that if you do not need to read book, then why Bhagavad Gita came, my dear friends? Just think about, if somebody is saying do not read a book, or somebody is saying that you don't need to read a book, you have to find the answers within. Absolutely, you can find the answers within, but somebody can come and give the answers too, right? So we have to be open to receive all the answers. So look at, like, if nobody is reading, if the statement is true, Paramahamsa Yogananda would have never written this beautiful book, right? And Dr. Joe Dispenza would have never put this beautiful book. So many authors, their lifetime experiencing, their lifetime experiences they are putting in the book, so that we don't have to go through all the things what they had gone through. We can take the teachings and we can enjoy our life just like that, my dear friends. So it's very important. And also another wonderful book in the list is The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, by Robin Sharma. Wonderful, wonderful book. How a great successful lawyer becomes a beautiful monk, and then how he start teaching the practices to his fellow beings, and then his friends, right? So, and also there is a book called The Power of Subconscious Mind, that is by Dr. Joseph Murphy. That is also very, very beautiful book. So if you want to deep dive into your subconscious mind, and you want to see what are all you have saved inside, all the belief patterns, all the fearful patterns, all the unwanted stuff, negative stuff, you can literally look into everything, and then you decide what to keep, what not to keep. So this book will open the eye. And also I love reading Osho books as well. So I mean, of course, many of people misunderstood what Osho's teaching is. Unless you practice meditation, unless you have a open mind, my dear friends, it is so hard to understand. Unless you become a master, you cannot understand other master. So it is so easy to judge anyone, but hard to accept, right? So every time, whenever you are seeing all kind of stories about gurus, or it's about saints, or just take what they're teaching, good things. Why we have to involve in, like, personal matters, right? Non-interference, we learn non-interference from meditation, my dear friends. So we know that everything happening for reason. We always say in Telugu, there is a saying, like, Shivagnya lenide chimaina kuttadu. In Hindi, if I can convert that, I mean English, without the permission of Lord Shiva, even ant is not going to bite. We say this statement, but we cannot accept the people as they are. Don't you think, even don't you think that situations are all that created by Shiva? So it's important to understand, my dear friends. I was a very fearful person, right? And fearful about life, fearful about future, and then about my job, about my children going in the night, and passing near the cemeteries. All, I was so fearful. But listening to Osho, reading Osho, he made me so fearless, my dear friends. And as I told you, right, my commute was 40 minutes, and I would, back then, like 2009, not many audios were available in YouTube. My first audio teachers are Deepak Chopra, and I used to hear Osho's teachings, like 10 minutes teachings were there, and I used to listen to his speeches, and Patriji's speeches were there. So slowly, I was exploring, I was getting it, but these masters made me so strong, so fearless, my dear friends. And there are many other books too, right? Living with Himalayan Master by Swami Rama, like how a child is traveling with his master, and he learned he learned all his spiritual lessons from each and every master, and then slowly he became a master by himself and started teaching many students. And another wonderful book is Secret by Rhonda Byrne. We all know that, all the Western people already aware of this book. I do not need to say much about this, because we also have a movie on this, right? The Secret, the manifestation thing. And there are so many books, right? Sita Yanam book, the untold stories of Sita. We only heard about Rama and how great is Rama, how wonderful is Rama. But actually, in real life, when you read this book, The Untold Stories of Sita, written by American author. And I mean, she visited her past life, and one of the past life she was with Sita. So when she was visiting her past life, and she was able to see all the experiences, and she wrote a wonderful book. And when I read that book, right, I have become so free from many things, my dear friend. And Sita is for me a hero. Like she's a rebel star, I will say. Like, even you name any movie, like, Superman or any Marvel characters, right? For me, she's like that. She's amazing, amazing, amazing character and personality. One must read about it. So not only women but men, when you understand, when you read, then something will change within you, and then that change will reflect outside. So it's very important to read, my dear friends. And of course, there are so many other books: Celestial Prophecy, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, and then I mean, like, I have list of books like New Age books, and then also ancient books and Bhagavad Gita and Bible. We must read everything, my dear friends, because when we read everything, right, then we will understand everybody is teaching the same thing. Only human beings are decided to divide into the culture, divide into the religion, divide into the separate gods. But everyone is coming as a master only here, right? Today I came, I am teaching about meditation. Tomorrow one of my friend come and she will teach about the meditation. Other day another friend will come and teach the meditation. So what we are doing, we are teaching the same thing, but the persons are changing. So likewise, Krishna came, Jesus came, and Muhammad came, and Rumi master came, and then Guru Nanak came, Kabir Das came. Everybody is talking about the same thing, right? Like Atma Gyan, meditation. Know about yourself. Once you know about yourself, then you are good to go. At least, start your day, or at least every day, spend time for yourself. Okay, so we are spending time for our family, spending time for job, spending time for here and there, but we never ever try to spend time for ourselves, my dear friends. What do you mean by spending time for ourselves? Is sitting alone and doing nothing, and just simply observing ourselves, how we are feeling, what we are doing, how, at least, have we ever experienced how we are breathing, my dear friends? We have been breathing from so many years. I don't know how old are you all, but if you count that age, right, how many times you have observed your breath? It was like happening from the beginning. Like, is it coming slow, is it coming fast, how it is coming, like what it feels like to observe your breath, what it feels like to be in that peaceful state, right? These are all the luxuries you can give it to yourself, my dear friends. And of course, nowadays meditation is not a luxury at all, it is a necessary thing, right? So uh, everybody needs meditation from 5 years old to, there is no age limit. So when we catch our children, when we teach our children at the early age, they do not need to go with so much trauma, so much struggle, so much misunderstanding. And many things can be avoided. Kids will become strong. They don't compare themselves, they don't they will become fear free, and then they can handle the life in a very better way, my dear friends. We are giving this and that, and education and money and wealth and all the suggestions and all, but have we even giving the tool or education that if something happens in your life, how to handle your life? Have we ever giving that gift to our kids? We are trying to give so many wonderful things, but that is not going to help them. Of course it will help them, but when they are in trouble, who is going to help them? They have to help themselves, right? So that's why these teachings are very important. When they become aware, what happens whenever they think silly thoughts, think of becoming addicted to something else, then their awareness kicks in. Do I really need to do that? Do I really need to drink so much? Do I really need to vape so much? Or do I need to worry so much? Why to worry? Like, I still exist. I can fix my life. I can go on, and I can understand myself better, and I can understand others. So that kind of awareness we must bring into the kids, my dear friends. um, just think about it, right? Practicing meditation. So the reason why we have to practice is, kids, they will never by they will never listen by listening, right? So if you constantly say, okay, practice meditation, read books, or eat healthy, they will never do that. Whereas if you practice, they will learn like from looking at you, right? So now what kind of habits you are practicing at home. So for example, like, when my mom was doing puja, I was like worshipping gods, or inviting people for dinner and lunch. I was not doing anything, right? So back then I used to think, oh my god, why she does so much. And slowly she never told me to do this way or that way when you grow up. But later on, what happened after marriage, after kids, I am doing the exactly same things what my parents are done when I was young. So then I learned, right? They may not present themselves in a better way, but when the time comes, they are going to bring it into practice, my dear friends. So meditation is very, very, very important, and reading is even more important, my dear friends. So practice, allocate yourself. If you have enough time, 1 hour of meditation, 30 to 40 minutes of book reading, and then pick up a phone call. Instead of talking to friend about this and this and all the drama, talk about meditation, talk about empowering talks, talk about what are all the positive things are happening in their life, and outside also. So it's very, very important, my dear friends. So with this note, we will go into meditation. So I'm going to send the list of books in the group.